A health one. Another woman that's worked with me in Australia was at a point in her life where she actually had some illness where she couldn't have children. Right. And she kind of resigned herself to that, actually. And she just left a relationship after 5 or 6 years. And she was literally, when she started working with me, she was devastated. And her intuition started revealing what she would really love. Funnily enough, her intuition said, I would really love to have a child, even though she was medically unable to. And she was reaching menopause as well, so anatomically she was not able to.
Yeah, double whammy.
Double whammy. But still following the ring of truth and following the breadcrumbs of intuition as well, which is what your intuition keeps revealing to you. Doesn't always reveal.
The next step.
Yeah, the next step.
The next
exactly.
little stage. I
often say that living intuitively is like being a CIA agent. You get this intuitive wisdom on a need-to-know basis.
You don't actually know where you're headed. You just
you do know the ultimate end result of what you love. Like this woman knew that she loved to have a child, but the steps that it take you are kind of round and about. They're not necessarily this 4-lane highway or intuitive project plan. Good intuitive milestones.
Yes.
It doesn't work like that. And she started following the breadcrumbs of her intuition, and amazingly, she healed this condition. I can't tell you how it happened, but just putting power in her inherent greatness, and just managed miraculously, using that word again, heal this condition. And she didn't get any younger. The whole menopause thing was still there. She hadn't quite become menopausal, but she was on that cusp. And amazing, following more intuitive breadcrumbs, she ended up meeting a guy, fell in love, had a child, and he's a beautiful, healthy boy. About 3.5 years old now. I mean, isn't that just amazing?
Well, it's impossible.
Exactly.
Sort of rewind a little bit, that's just clearly impossible, isn't it? That's incredible.
And then I had another friend in Australia who was a very successful merchant banker. And she actually was very successful, but again, used to get very sick. She used to have this skin condition and have to be treated forever. But she just gets so stressed, even though she was massively successful. And made millions of dollars in Australia. And it's a beautiful home in Palm Beach, if you know Sydney at all, looking over the Pacific Ocean. She starts getting in touch with her intuition and realises that what she really loves is to paint. And that actually horrified her initially, because her mother and her elder sister were very accomplished artists. And so she believed she wasn't good enough and gave up on that as a child, and tried to prove that she was good enough by being successful in the corporate world academically, degrees and all sorts of stuff. Anyway, her intuition starts informing her that what she would really love is to paint the essence of trees. I mean, doesn't that just sound out there?
Like the essence of trees.
Even after years of doing this work, I'm kind of like, anyway,
best of luck.
Anyway, not long after she got that, she started acting on it and listening to her intuition and everything. And I went, because I was living in Byron Bay as well, and sometimes when I was in Sydney, because she had such a beautiful home, I'd go and stay with her when I was in Sydney. I walk into her lounge room and there's this massive painting of this incredibly beautiful, almost lifelike tree that almost looked like it was this dimension into another world. It was just extraordinary. I went, oh my God. It's like a showpiece. As you walk into a lounge room, I went, he painted that? That is amazing. This was only a couple of months after she got the fact that she wanted to paint the essence of trees. And she said to me, that's my painting, the essence of trees. The first painting she ever did. I was just like, oh my God. All from her intuition. And she ended up selling it for thousands of dollars, and because of all her connections in the corporate world and the political world, she kept painting, doing what she loved. She ended up putting exhibitions on, inviting all the well-connected people she knew, and virtually sold out thousands of pounds of dollars. And
you're in boardrooms and banks all over Australia, all over the world potentially.
It's just amazing.
That's phenomenal. So it's and I think it's really good to hear the examples of all sorts of different areas in life. But I think the other big thing that leapt out at me of that is there is action involved, isn't there?
Oh, totally.
You can't just sort of sit and get into your intuition and then wait for all sort of things to rain down on you. It's not going to happen like that, is it?
It doesn't.
So so the breadcrumbs that you referred to, I love that phrase, but that the breadcrumbs are sort of, are the actions. Is that how you were
Absolutely.
thinking? Right.
Absolutely.
Right, okay, yeah.
It's not just a matter of just meditating or accessing your intuition, sitting in a lotus position and waiting for manna from heaven to descend upon you. You know, I have this great saying that, it's like a Confucius saying, that man who stand on side of mountain with mouth open, waiting for roast duck to fly in, got long wait. There's definitely action to take.
Right.
And what's great is that your intuition informs you of the end result that you love. So it gives you somewhere to focus. It gives you an end result to target. You know, it gives you you know, it's like you know, you've got your destination, and it also tells you very objectively where you are in relationship to that, and how your thoughts and feelings and your conditioning wants to pull you off course.
That's it. So you're not sort of living in kind of cloud cuckoo land of some sort of unobtainable, what I'd love type of future. You're also connected very much with where you are right now, this moment.
It's a very objective, very grounded, very true measure of where am I now in relationship to that, and how do my beliefs and my thoughts and feelings, how they just want to take me off track. Just like my example with my thoughts and feelings going, yeah, this, because it all looks very appealing.
Yes,
you know, the whole siren call of all these investments that are, you know,
just there for you.
Exactly. And so your intuition also tells you what not to do.
Right.
What steps not to take.
Because there's no ring of truth.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
And you also get to know the I guess the vibration, if you will, or what your thoughts and feelings are like, and you know, they can tend to be a bit heavier, and you just get to know the unconscious patterns that you have that lead you there. There are obvious signals that your intuition tells you.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just like the green light and I'm not a sailor, but it's like the green light and the red light if you're going through a channel.
Yes. Yeah.
Like you know not to go there and not to go there. That's a technical term.
Yes. Well, we'll come back to you on that one.
Keep the left on the port. Anyway.
One of those. We'll look at it. But the other thing.
Sorry to interrupt. The last thing is, because we're talking about the action to take, and because your intuition tells you the action not to take, but it also tells you the obvious next step to take. And the thing is, you only need the next step, because if you go to the destination, it's clear.
Yes.
All you need is the next step, and then you take action on that next step. And when you take action on that next step, it literally is like crossing through a magical threshold, and it opens up all these possibilities that just weren't even there for you had you gone down this other divergent path.
Right.
You see, and then that transforms your reality, gets you that much closer. And then you just keep going through this intuitive process again, where you take even more steps. And what's really cool too is that even if you make a mistake and you kind of, you know, feel like you're heading backwards, your intuition uses that as this dynamic tension to propel you even, you know, closer, sooner to what you love.
Right.
So it's just a fantastic way of creating.
Yeah. Well.